Hi guys, how are you? This is Elma. Welcome to my channel, Hooks Up, Needles Ready, Yarn. How are you doing? Thank you for coming to spend time with me this evening on Sunday, November 15, 2020. I'm here in New York. It's a little chilly, and I'm in my bedroom today. Only because, as I told you guys in the previous videos, that I am moving. So I was working on my bedroom today and trying to get my bedroom together and packed up, you know. Again, my name is Elma, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Drknluvli, Drknluvli. That's about it. My Facebook page is my personal page. I don't have a Facebook page for my YouTube channel. I may have that in the future. We will see. So for right now, YouTube, Instagram, and Ravelry is where you'll be able to find me should you need to contact me for some reason. All right. I also have a post office box. I'll list that down below as well. I do not know how to do links to things as yet. It's on my fourth video, and I'm still learning. So just bear with me. I have my little monkey shirt on today. It says hang loose, and that's what I'm trying to do, just trying to relax and hang loose. I said let me take the time to jump on this evening because, again, as you would know in my previous videos, there are three. I am in the midst of moving, so I'm just packing up. So currently I have my stash almost completely packed up. It is ridiculous, okay? And yarn is not what I need right now. I'm not at a deficit of yarn in any flavor, whether it be bulky or from bulky to lace weight, put it like that. I am good on all of that. I may not have every color of the rainbow because I definitely have a color palette that I gravitate to, is what I noticed. so, so, but it's okay. I'm still not hurting for whatever colors I'm missing. So today, because I did that, and when I get all this stash packed up and put away into the basement so that the house can be shown, I will show you guys a whole picture of the plethora of yarn boxes and crates that I have in bags. It's a little much, so I will show y'all that in another video. And funny enough is I'm waiting for some stuff to come in the mail to show you, to make a acquisition video. So basically this channel is about crochet and yarn projects, as well as a whole lot of yarn enabling. Okay. A whole bunch of yarn enabling. So today, that's what I'm going to go through. I just want to go through some of my WIPs to see if going through my WIPs can basically help me make decisions whether or not I'm going to frog or I'm going to try and keep so I can finish. All right. And that's basically the whole idea, because I'm packing everything up and I really don't want to, pack up all of this stuff into bags if they don't need to be in bags, and just, frog it and just use the yarn for something else. So that's basically what this video is about. It's just a WIP parade, and frog it or finish it. That's basically what it's about. Frog it or finish it, WIP parade. All right, so I have one finished object, and I have two, or actually three, almost finished objects, and I'll show you that as we go along. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first finished object is, or was, a part of Knit Collage Knit Along, and that is the kaleidoscope sweater. The kaleidoscope sweater. Okay, so I did the crop version, and that's it there. Okay, sorry about that. That was my baby son. So again, this is my kaleidoscope cardigan. It's cropped. and it's finished. You know, this was finished during the spring knit along for Kaleidoscope. The colors are not showing up as they should, you know. It's all right. I'm using my laptop today because my iPad that I normally film on is charging. And iPads don't charge while you use them. They actually lose power. So it didn't make sense. It was like on 30% and using it while charging it makes it die faster. So I didn't see the point. All right. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So my next almost finished project is a crochet test. And this test has since finished a long time ago. This is called the Cute as a Button baby blanket. Very pretty blanket, very pretty pattern. So the blanket itself is done, right? Blanket is done. Hear me. The blanket is done. So the only thing that needs to be finished is what? The cute buttons, okay? Once the cute buttons is done, the blanket is completely done. All right. So the blanket is a good size. Okay, it's a corner to corner blanket. It's green, right? So it's lime green and yellow, turquoise, purple. And those colors are because that variegated yarn has those same colors in it, so then it matches. All right, it's a pretty blanket. And this field here, this field of green, is because I ran out of that variegated. So that green, again, it fit right in. And that field is where the buttons are supposed to go. So that blanket just needs buttons and it's done. You see? So it's a good size blanket. And the colors are pretty. I'm not sure how they're showing up to you because to me, I'm watching the video here and it looks grainy to me. So I'm hoping that it's clear for you some way. All right. And the variegated yarn that I use is Red Heart Gumdrop in the color Apple. And that color has since been discontinued. That's why I couldn't get any more to finish. And then that green is Premier Everyday, and the color is Electric Green. Premier Everyday. All right. And that was a crochet test pattern. And again, life happened and I couldn't finish the project in time for the test, you know? Life happened. Life been happening a while for me. I'm just staying prayerful. I'm just staying prayerful that God will see me through. And I'm just trusting and believing that He will. This next project is from Krista of The Secret Yarnery. This is her pattern, the circular granny pattern. Okay, and this is just being made just because I was making it, I think, because my sister was having a baby girl, and I wanted to give my new niece a blanket. And you see how far it got. It's still here with me. It's not with baby girl, right? So only thing I need to do is add one more color around the thing. And you see here at the top, you see it has that green. It has green and yellow and white at the top. And then it has a variegated yarn at the top as well. Very lightly variegated with pink and blue and green and yellow also. So I actually wanted to pull in this green, you know. So I'm thinking once I'm done with the buttons on that other blanket, that green will be the ending for this blanket. All right, all the babies is up and they are doing their very best to mess up this video that is being done for the third time. Okay, and it's too early to say go to bed. It's only 5:45 here. in New York. So I think that's a little bit of cruelty if I say go to bed from now, right? That's wrong. Be wrong, right? Okay, so hold on, let me just get the other almost done project. Guys, so this other almost done project is was a test knit, okay? And this is by Herb Garden, and it's called the Meander Sweater. And this is done. This test knit is done. You know, again, that's the name, Meander Sweater. I don't know if it's the same name, because you know how for test knits and test crochets, sometimes the title of a pattern is just a working title. I'm not sure if it's the same. But again, life happened, and you know, things happened. And I wasn't able to finish the test knit in time. All right, so now this is the collar. It's a collar work sweater. This is the collar. There's two colors in the collar. I don't know if you can see that. All right, there's two colors in the collar, and that's the body of the sweater. And the hem and the bottom of the sweater is color work. The sweater is pink and gray. Okay, I haven't weaved in any ends. All right, and all those stitch markers are just to denote my decreases, and that's the cuff. All right, so now here is the issue. So this is the other sleeve. All the decreases are done, and look what's holding me back. Just one cuff. What happened? I don't know. So I need to finish that one cuff, and this is another sweater done. All right, so this now is just I just was showing you how the colors is one color. So the main colors are the pearls, and the color work are the knits. You know, so you do when you're knitting, you knit pearl with the color. Knit with the color, pearl with the main color. You know, and once you get into a rhythm, it's not really that hard to do. And you're doing the same thing on the hem of the garment as well. You're doing the same thing on the hem. Not hard at all. She had a hat. She made a hat pattern as well. And I tested the hat pattern. I can do a hat. I can knock out a hat in a couple of hours, you know, but I don't know what happened. I had a death in my family, and there was something else that went on during this test knit. So I got to get back to finishing that cuff so I can call that sweater done and write it off my list as almost done objects, right? I'm not into this calling stuff that I made hoes. I just got an issue with calling anything a hoe, right? So I know what a hoe is in the real world. I understand what it means in the yarny world. I don't like it either way. So I will not be using that term on anything. I will not call none of my objects hoes. Okay, nothing. Either it's done or it's not done. And that's how I would go about that. Okay, all right. Hold on, let me get some work in progresses. Okay, whips. Okay, so the next one is a whip that I have in my Matterroot bag. I know I haven't been going over the bags. Some of the bags are not really anything particular, just store-bought bags. And one bag is from Mary Immaculate. Mary Maxim. Mary Immaculate used to be a hospital I worked at. So this now is a knit project. It actually was a knit along by Casapinka. And it was a shawl knit along. Okay. It's finished also. Only reason why I started working on this is because I wasn't happy with the width of the shawl, right? It's a shawl. I wasn't happy with the width of it, you know? I wasn't happy with that. And I love the colors. It's like a caramel color, then it's a natural white, and then it's a variegated like ice blue, and then a navy blue, a tonal navy blue, you know? So the colors were on point. I like the colors. What I don't like is the width, you know? I feel like it's more of a regular scarf, you know? And when you wear it, it's going to be like this. you know, so it can, from end to end, from the pictures that I've seen of people's finished projects, it looked like it would be like a wraparound cowl or a long infinity scarf. And that would be the size, and that would be fine. But I still feel like it's a little tight. Like if I would have used a larger needle or went up one needle size at least, you know, I think it would have been better. I'm still trying to identify if I am a tight knitter or a loose knitter. I thought I had it down, and now I'm questioning it again because a current test knit that I'm doing, I'm struggling to get gauge. So it has me questioning again whether or not I'm a tight knitter or a loose knitter. And it may just be the yarn. It may not be the right yarn, you know, because yarn lets you know what it want to be. Y'all know that. Okay. All right. So this next one was from Hirschner's, right? That's Hirschner's bag. And that was that, I think it was the anniversary pack or colors. And so I used those colors to do a crochet along that happened about a good 2 years ago, I think it was. Stash of Shells mystery crochet along. I remember Laurel from the Dabbling Hook, she also was doing that crochet along. And also, I forget the young lady name from the Tatted Tatter. That's also a good podcast, the Tatted Tatter. She's funny, and she have her little boy now. She knits and crochets too, and she makes a lot of projects. So when we was doing this, she, I think, was doing it as well. So I didn't get far on this at all, you know, again, because of life and different interests and different patterns popped up. So this is only clue 1, and that's the start of clue 2, you know. So this one, I think I want to go ahead and finish that, only because I don't see what else I'm going to do with the yarn. It's all like different color yarns, and this pattern actually calls for different color yarn, and it's a nice shell stitch. And I think once it blocks out, it'll look very pretty. And I've seen, I think it was Rel and also the young lady from Tatted Tatter, their finished thing. It was very nice. So that, I believe I want to continue doing that. Okay. I was curious to find out if they're doing another knit along for this year that I cannot finish. You know, but I think I'm going to continue that one. And I just want to help to decide regarding the Casapinka one. Do you guys think I should continue with that shawl, or do you think I should rip it out and start again on larger needles? Let me know, okay? Hold on, let me get the other stuff. Guys, so now this one is in a Erin Lane bag. Erin Lane, E-R-I-N, Lane, L-A-N-E. And see, that's her name right there. Erin Lane. Okay. And this is a crochet hat that I was making for Hat Not Hate out of this book. This is a nice book. It has hats and scarves and mitts. Okay. So if you guys see that book, it's worth every penny of it. Go ahead and buy it. And I'm making this hat out of Yarn Bee Sweet Delight Baby Sweet Delight Baby Camo. And that's a 3-weight yarn, so I'm holding it double. All right, and this is the hat here. All right, and I don't know, I stopped working on it because I like how it's pooling, but I don't know if I'm in love with the way it's looking. It was kind of stressing me out, you know. And I'm sure the more I progress in the hat, the more I would like it, and I would get over that, you know. But even right now, I'm still feeling the same way. So y'all let me know, should I continue with that hat and just power through until I finish it, or what? Let me know, okay? So the Casapinka one and the Erin Lane camo hat. Let me know what y'all think, okay? Thank you. And then that way I can know what to do. Hold on, all right? Hey guys, I'm back. So now this one now is in a On Jordan's Creek bag again, okay? And this is one of her small ones. Hey guys, so this next one is a colorwork hat again for Hat Not Hate, okay? And this will finish. It's just I was tired and I put it down because of that, you know? So I picked it back up the other day and started working some more rounds. So I actually don't have that many more rounds to go. It's just a matter of, again, powering through and finishing the color work so I can do the crown decreases. But this will finish. Okay, and this is also for Hat Not Hate. And this is a pattern by Flynn Knit. And this is called the Diamond Zigzag Demon. All right, so that will finish. Okay, it's just a matter of when. Especially now since you know, the crunch is not on again for the Hat Not Hate since everything is pushed back to next year, September, October. Okay. And this next one is a hat that I believe I'm gonna frog and start again. Okay. And this is in a bag by Nicole in Stitches podcast, I believe. I don't have her thing inside of here. NSP is what the that's her website too. NSP Design. NSP Design. That's her website as well, I believe. So you can find it there. But she is also a podcaster and she makes bags also, and she crochets and she knits as well. So this hat is called the Borealis hat. This is also a test knit, and it was a confusing test knit. I never test knit one like that before. It had a provisional cast on, and you had to knit a tube, and then it's a lot of slip stitches and stuff. So it had confused me as to why that got put down because I didn't understand. So for this one, I'm still liking the pattern. I'm still intrigued by the pattern, but I believe I'm going to frog it and start it again. That's my provisional cast on there. I did a crocheted provisional cast on. You see? So this is still got the needles on it and everything. It will frog and start again because I do like the pattern and I want to see the pattern come to fruition. Okay, and that test knit is long overdue. All right, so far we have one that we definitely know we're gonna frog. Okay, the next one, I love this bag. This, I don't know if you remember my first video, I talked about this bag here. It's a Tanner Casey bag, and that bag right there, that young lady, she did me such a big solid, and because somebody walked away with that bag off of my step when it was delivered. And I emailed her and I wanted to actually purchase this bag again because she had two like this in her shop. And she said, nope, don't worry. She wanted me to get the bag that I wanted and she sent it to me. Isn't that great? Honesty is the best policy, you know? All right, so this now was a crochet along with I forget the name of the young lady that had the crochet along. I want to say her name is Reggie. I don't remember. But this is the pattern for the crochet along the Isabella tunic. Now this pattern, I was upset because the pattern is truly more like a recipe. And it's a little confusing, you know, because it didn't give you stitch count, it gave you measurements. And then there's not a problem with that. It's just that I'd rather a pattern. Just give me forewarning that this is what it's gonna be, you know. So this is the first panel for my shoulder. It's supposed to be the shoulder. You measure it from there to here. But I still got more to go because it's supposed to close over, I think. You know, and you measure and then come down so that it can come up and around like that. So that is supposed to be this. right? So even if I do it like that, it's still not big enough because I think it's supposed to come across my breast, and then I can work this portion here, you know? So, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I keep, and I like it too. It's not like I don't like it. Just frustrating the way the pattern is written that it's more like a recipe, you know? So that's what's aggravating me. So I have two Karen cakes. This one is mold. And then I was going to do the body with this Karen cake called Candy Lavender, you know? Candy Lavender. And these are both Karen cotton cakes. And I liked how it's coming out. It's the yarn is soft and nice, and I like the stitch definition. So I think it would look good, you know? And once I get the understanding better of how it's supposed to be constructed, I think I would be more into it. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Should I power through and try to get the shirt done, or frog it and call it a day and find something else to put in my lovely crochet bag? All right, so now this one here, what is this? Oh, we did this before. Okay. All right, so this is a Billy bag. Billy the Crafty Floridian. That's one of her bags, the fruit ladies, right? So this is a knit along that not too long finish. This is the Queen Cow. This is a mosaic crochet knit along by Tinia. I already showed y'all her thing before. So this is my part one. This is part one, and I can see a mistake from here. Or am I seeing them? I don't know. It looked like a mistake. It looked like something missing. All right, I'm not sure. I'll look at it again. So anyhow, this is part one. One thing I like about crochet is that if you see a mistake, it's not hard to fix. It's just a matter of pulling back. And I think that's a mistake. That looked like a mistake to me. So this is my part one. What do y'all think? Because I'm thinking this is a mistake that looked obvious to me, unless I'm pointing it out. Y'all think I should rip back to that? I don't know. I'm just not seeing that too. But anyhow, this is part one. It's still not finished. It's obviously I'm not far. Part one has a good number of rows before you get anywhere. But that bag got all of my yarn in it. And I am up to row 11, and I got 47 rows in total to do. So 11 from 47 is 36. So I got 36 more rows to go to finish part one. And that crochet along has also finished. All right, that one I'm not gonna frog. I'm gonna continue that one. But what do y'all think? Y'all think I should rip back to get that mistake or what? Let me know. Okay, so this also now was a test knit. I do a lot of test knits. You know why? I found that doing the test knits helped me to increase my knitting skills, because again, I was a crocheter for 20 plus years, and knitting is still fairly new to me. I started knitting in 2019, and so therefore it's still a new skill to me. Okay. And also there's a podcaster, her name is Grace, and she has her podcast called the Cat Knit podcast, Cat Knit. Cat, C-A-T, Nip, N-I-P podcast, right? And she does all the test knits, you know, and I'm like, you know what, that's a good idea. So watching her, that's where I got that from. Say, let me apply and see what happens, right? Because what can somebody tell you more than just no, right? They can just say no. And so I applied. Who said no, said no. Who did not, right? So there you go. So this was a test knit that was a fail because I was just learning how to brioche. And again, life happened and I got through, but I still need to rip back, you know. So this is the brim. This is as far as I got on this test knit. It's just the brim, you know, and it was coming out. So this is the issue here, the cast on. You see, that's where the problem was, the cast on. But other than that, the brioche was coming out perfect. So this, I believe I'm going to rip back and start again because it was coming out very nicely. The yarn is touch of alpaca, and that feels very nice. And then the other yarn is what is that called? Colorscape by Red Heart. Red Heart Colorscape, and the color is Shanghai Colorscape and touch of alpaca. So those are the two yarns. And the hat would be very nice because it obviously it's black, and the other yarn would be the contrasting. So that one, I will frog to start again. Okay. So decision made on that one. All right. So basically, what's going to happen is that all of my WIPs are going to go into one box. So that way, I know what's what and what's where, or whatever, when we're moving. You know. Okay. So this now is another WIP from Tony Lipsy from TL Yarn Crafts. Okay, and she was part of the crochet, the crafters box, and she had her own box for that month, and that's the month that I joined. So this is a Tunisian crochet triangle shawl. Okay, it was supposed to be a crochet along that came in that box. All right, and I don't do crochet, Tunisian crochet. I always was interested in it, and with Tony Lipsy making it even more so, and then doing all her projects, it made me even more so interested. So this is this is as far as I got with my Tunisian crochet shawl. It looked like it's for Barbie, you know, that's for Barbie right now. And the edges curl, that's what the edges do on Tunisian crochet. I had to rip back a couple of times to pick up drop stitches and stuff like that. That's why it's still this small, you know. But this also, and the yarn is soft. This is not the original yarn that was called for this pattern. The original yarn that I got for that pattern was put into a sweater. So this is some other cashmere merino yarn that is just as nice. But that one I would finish it. Okay. And this next one now was a knit along. This was Helen. This was Helen Stewart's knit along. And this is in a bag by the Dabbling Hook. And that's the Black Panther bag. I was really happy that I was able to get that bag. It's such a nice bag, right? Black Panther bag. Oh, you know, it's still sad to know that King T'Challa is dead, right? It's still sad to know that he's passed. It's all right. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Okay, so this now again was a part of a knit along. This is Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade, and this is the Stillness Shawl knit along. Okay, and it's not done, but this will be done also. It will be done. It's just that it's enough stitches, enough stitches. All right. So it's beautiful and I love it. I'm in the middle of a row as one normally is, right? As one normally is. Okay. The majority of my needles are chiagu, and I like chiagu needles. That's why the majority of them are chiagu. Let me just put this on here. I don't want to lose no stitches. Oh, let me show you. You see, instead of having a needle point protector, I have a hair ribbon because I have a daughter. So I have an abundance of stuff for the hair. So there you go. So this is my shawl. Okay, so again, I'm in the middle of a row. Currently, there's about 500 plus stitches. This is the bottom, and this is the top here. So this one will finish. It's beautiful. There's lace work, there's eyelets. It's beautiful. So it's just a matter of getting over the fact that there's 500 plus stitches that I need to go ahead and finish and just finish that. All right. Because I love the colors and that, you know. And again, I apologize. The graininess, if it's grainy for you, I'm not sure. But I'm looking at it and it looks grainy to me, the picture. Okay. And the colors are not doing what they're supposed to do from what I'm seeing. But anyhow, when that becomes a finished object, you'll be able to see that again at that time. All right. But that one will be finished as well. Let me put back the pattern, otherwise it won't be finished. Okay. Let's see. I think we might have to make this a part 2. Right? What do y'all think? We might have to make this a part 2. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay. All right. So that one is going to finish. Now, this next one is also in a Billy bag. Billy the Crafty Floridian. It's also in her Billy bag. It's a butterfly bag. And because it's so big, I would hope that you would know that it's a blanket. All right. So this is a blanket. And this is a blanket from Premier Yarns website that I liked. Okay. Do I have the pattern? I should. It's a free pattern on Premier Yarn. Oh, no. It's called the Springtime Throw. The picture didn't print out on the paper. And this yarn is Loops and Threads. It's called Rosa. Loops and Threads Rosa. It's a bulky 5. And the pattern on Premier Yarn called for puzzle yarn. But I find that this yarn and Premier Yarn are similar. Very similar. You know, almost like kissing cousins similar. You know, so I didn't feel no way about substituting with the Loops and Thread yarn. Now this project is in somebody bag. I don't know what bag it is, but it's a nice bag. Born to Knit. We'll see if it's on the inside if it says something. And it does not. All right, that's fine. So this project is also a test knit that's long over. And this is from my good friend Rachel Reese. And it's called the Fletcher wrap. This is a wrap that's both knit and crochet. So now this pattern is not hard. Again, the issue I have with this pattern is that I chose a crochet hook that was too small for the stitches. And I felt like the knit portion also could have been bigger as well. So the crochet portion, as you can see, is shells and it's blowing out. It's all blue. It's blue and variegated yarn. And then this is garter stitch and this is ribbon, obviously ribbing. All right, but this, I feel like I'm going to pull it out and use a bigger hook for the crochet so that it can drape better and open up better when it's blocked, you know. because right now it's looking cowlish to me. And if you ever see her, if you go on Ravelry, the pattern is available on Ravelry. It's called Fletcher, Fletcher, and it's a tribute to her grandmother. And it's just not a wrap. This is more like cow width to me. So this will do over, you know. So I will do this over. This will frog and it will do over. And I'm loving the yarn. This yarn right now is Audine's Wools, and it's DK, and that's called Electric Avalon from Knit Crate. And then the variegated for the knit portion of the wrap is Shirsty Cat Sparkle Sock. Shirsty Cat Sparkle Sock. And it's called All Over Again. That's the name of the colorway. All Over Again. Okay, so that will definitely frog to start again. Okay, because I believe it's worth it, especially since it was a tribute to her grandmother, you know, and I understand that, you know. This next one, what is in here? Oh, okay. So this next one is a bag by Awesome Grandma. Bag by Awesome Grandma. She's also on Etsy. And this is a pattern by Tony Lipsy, also from TL Yarn Crafts. And this is almost done. Again, I just lost steam on this, and this was just being done because I wanted to get it done. I guess I felt like I want to do it, and so I was doing it. So this is her, which shawl is this again? That's her boomerang shawl. Oh, Lord. And, oh my goodness. All right, I can't find the pattern for it. I probably packed up that pattern and put that away because I was packing up books and stuff today. So that pattern probably went inside of there. I don't remember which pattern this is. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Guys, thank you for bearing with me. So this is the, oh Lord Jesus, you can't see it. All right, so it's the Flat Iron Shawl by Tony Lipsy. Can you see it there? No, let me see if I can turn down my brights or whatever. Can you see it there? Somewhat. Okay. So this is the Flat Iron Shawl by Tony Lipsy. Okay. All right. The Flat Iron Shawl. So this is just about done. What happened with this is that I was trying to finish this yarn as to why it's not fully completed. It needs blocking, obviously. But I started here with this dark charcoal gray. Then this is shawl in a ball, shawl in a cake, shawl in a somebody. And then we went into this variegated Vanna's white yarn here. And then we moved into this Tweety Vanna's choice white, whatever. So the shawl, once it's blocked out, it's going to be beautiful. But I just need to go ahead and finish this portion here. And then we're good. All right, so that's that Flat Iron Shawl. Okay. So that will finish. All right. That will finish. Okay. So that will finish. Hold on. Guys. Now this bag, this is also by a podcaster. I can't remember her name either. Her bag doesn't have a tag on it. Is this L'Oreal bag? This is somebody bag that did a fleece bag. I don't remember who. Is it L'Oreal? And there's no name in here. So this now, I have this yarn, okay? I went to the thrift store and I found a whole spool of yarn, and this is just white yarn, and that's why I put it in the plastic bag, just to protect it, because it is lily white, like a creamy white. It's blocky white. So I have it in there just to protect it. God forbid anything should fall on the actual project bag and destroy the yarn, you know. And I have it on a yarn buddy right there. So this project that I was making from that, I had a co-worker that was getting married, you know, and again, I'm a nurse, so sometimes things can be difficult and trying to get them finished in time, which was the case in this. So it was hard for me to get this finished in time. I was making a virus shawl for her for a wedding gift, you know, and it was coming out so nice. Look at that. It's white, and it was coming out so nice, you know. But because I missed the wedding, I was so disappointed, you know. That's why I put it down. But it was coming out so pretty. Look at that. And I was gonna make it as, because she was a tall girl. I think she was like 5'7", 5'9", tall girl. And I was gonna make it as long as possible so that it can fit her properly, as wide as possible rather, because I'm 5'4.5". So for me, that's 64 inches. And so if I would have made, I was gonna go obviously longer for her, because again, she's like 5'7", 5'9", as a tall girl, to make sure that her wingspan was reached, you know. But because I still love this pattern and the shawl, and it's coming out so nice, that definitely will finish. So when we get to the new house, and in Jesus' name, if I'm able to get a new house where I can get a room where I can have my own crafting space, that will be on my WIP wall. And we will have some wall WIPs that we need to just put out their misery, and WIPs that we need to resurrect. And that will be one of those resurrection WIPs. Hold on, okay? Guys, we're back again, okay? So this next WIP, look at that. Yarn fuzz in your mouth is a thing. It's a thing. All right. So this now is called the Gothenburg sweater. This was also a test knit. And at the time, again, my life has been a little upside down for a little bit. So it's just been all over the place. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. God is in control, and all things are well in Jesus' name. And that's it. All right. So this sweater is being made out of knit crepe yarn. Right there, look blue, but it's a nice evergreen green. And I love that color. It's evergreen green. It's a beautiful yarn. Trying to see if I have a full skein to show you, because when they had this as one of the crates for the month, and they had their double down, I got me a sweater quantity. So this is URU yarn, scoot sock, and the color is garland. And it is a beautiful, beautiful green. A beautiful green. A nice evergreen green. All right. And this sweater, I'm not that far along in it, but this will be one to finish. And see, the lace work was coming out so nice. You see? That's the lace work, and it's just straight stocking it to the back and everything. All right, so that will be one to finish, because I like that sweater. I like that color. And it was, you know, and what I find is that the more experience I'm getting with knitting, it's not as difficult. The patterns that I pick to do, you know, not as difficult. So I enjoy that. My next one is in my bag. I won this bag. I was watching I Rock Knits with Corey. I can't remember her last name. Corey is her last name, but she's a very nice lady. And I won this. on her Ravelry. She had a giveaway, and Ravelry was where the giveaway was held, and I won the giveaway, and I won that project bag. I won that. It's actually the maker is a man, and I wonder if I have his card in here. And he takes old shirts. I believe he goes to thrift stores or like his dad's shirts or his grandfather's old shirts and stuff like that. And he takes the shirts and recycles them into project bags, you know. And I happen to be the lucky recipient of one. I thought that was the card fit, but it's not. I can't find the card fit. If I can find it later, I will. Okay, so this is the first Stephen West knit along that I participated in, and it's the Starflake knit along, just so that for reference, so that you see what it is. Okay, and this has stressed me all kind of out because again, I was new and I wasn't sure, and he was doing all kind of pick up this and do that and blah blah blah, and I'm like, what's happening? I didn't know what was going on. So this one I'm going to definitely start over. So this is as far as I got with that. You know, I still got my needle connected because I was actually trying to bind this off, and I noticed that somebody bit my side here, like they took out a chunk. Somebody did that. I don't know who did that, but somebody did that, you know. And so instead of straight, I got a mouth inside of one of my parallelograms, a mouth. And then the rest of them was looking cool, but I think that the size, the stitch counts are definitely off in all of them. And some of the pickups were wrong. So I was going to do it over. I'm not sure. I might just leave it alone because it might block out, you know, and just go ahead on to the next part of it, you know, because I did see how this one, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. This one looked like it's on the wrong way. I'm not sure. I might leave it. I might not. I'm not sure. You know, because this was a nice learning experience. And again, as I said, I feel like I'm more experienced and I could probably get through better. Especially now, I don't feel the stress of the knit along and having to keep up, you know. Because if any time I feel stress on something, I would kindly stop it. Because if I'm feeling stressed with knitting or crocheting, that means I'm working. And if I'm doing this as a hobby, there should be no stress here. All right. And this next one. Oh, hold on. This next one was a knit along for Gigi. You know, Gigi made it. Okay. So she had a knit along when her colorway had first came out. And this is a nice bag. Let me show you this bag. Unfortunately, you can't get this bag anymore. Or maybe you can, I just don't know where. Because I got this bag from Blueprint. Blueprint had that bag. This one is black with the chestnut brown handles. It's black and white, and they had a navy one. Navy and blue, but I like the black and white one. And that's where I got that from. So this is Gigi made it. Orange Love Poncho. And the reason why I have stopped this is because I messed up on the cable stitch. And I have to frog back to fix it. And I kind of lost steam at frogging back because I wasn't sure what was happening. And so that's why I had stopped. But I liked how it was coming out there. Orange. And look at that. So this orange want to be orange is blowing out. Blowing out, blowing out. And see, there go the pattern over here, the cables and stuff. Over here and bobbles, you know. Oh, man. I'm trying to stop it from dropping on the floor. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. It's blowing out. All right, so that's the cables and the bobbles. All right. And I messed up somewhere along here. So I was thinking back to get back to where I messed up. But other than that, I love the fabric that it was making. And it was coming out very nicely. So that's one that I want to finish, and I want to finish it in this color too, because this color I actually got from Premier. So Premier, they had their you know how they do their surprise mystery bags, their mystery bags. And this year, that year in particular, their mystery bags were merino, cashmere, and nylon. And it wasn't sock weight; it was worsted or DK weight yarn. This is it here. Merino, nylon, cashmere, merino blend millings. That's what they had, and I had got as much as I possibly could because it was nice yarn. It's soft yarn, and just had to do your finger like that you got matching colors, you know. So I actually got one or two boxes where I have enough that I can make a sweater, and then the others are enough to make shawls and stuff like this, you know. So I hit that up pretty good, and I got well stocked in merino, cashmere, nylon blend yarn. And this yarn is, I believe it's like it's either DK. It feels like a worsted, but it knits up like a DK because it's not as lofty. But it's a nice yarn. So I got a lot of that. So that one will be finished, okay? And I think this is just one more left, guys. You guys made it. We survived. Okay. So this now, I don't know if you ever heard of the Alpine stitch. This is not in a fancy bag, only because I wasn't sure what was happening. So it's just all the yarn stuck in this one bag. Okay. So I was making this blanket only because I wanted to make it. It wasn't for anybody particular. Probably would have went to one of my youngest son probably. And that is an Annie's pattern. It's a paid for pattern. Yarn Joy. It's my lady name on Yarn Joy. Terry from Yarn Joy. She actually made that blanket. And I had that pattern when she had said she was going to actually make it. And I had that pattern for the longest, looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, thinking it was difficult, but it's actually not, you know. Let me tell you where I got confused. You see right here, that centerpiece right there, that's the Alpine stitch. And that stitch can be very confusing. And for me, it was confusing me because I kept getting the stitch count wrong and it kept throwing me off. So it was aggravating me. And that's why I had stopped working on that. And then the other day, I said I want to finish that blanket and I want to do the pattern the way it says to be done. And so I looked up, because I didn't know the name of the stitch, and I looked up and found a crochet tutorial by Little John Yarns, and she actually had a quick tutorial on the Alpine stitch. So now, instead of frogging the progress that I have, which is this is my start over. All right, that's my start over. I was starting over on that, you know. So I may start over again just to get, because I don't like how my edges look. So I may start over again, you know. And but I want to definitely do that pattern because I was aggravating my nerves, that Alpine stitch. Oh my God. So I might do that again just to see what's up with that and see if I can get it done right, you know, because again, I like that blanket a lot and I have all the yarn to make all the teddy bears and everything. And I want to do that yarn, that pattern in this yarn. And I want to get it done. And I want it to come out nice because I like that, you know. And that's about it. That's my WIP Wednesday. That's not everything. I have an update. Let me show you this update. So this is the update on the shawl that I was working on the other day, right? In for a pound, in for a penny, might as well, right? So this is the shawl, the winter doldrum shawl. Let me just show you the progress I have on that. And this is being made out of Freya yarn. I'm a little bit farther. I tend to take this with me to work and work on it in between little breaks. So this is as far as I got on that shawl. All right, so it's coming along. I'm still I'm working from the outside of the cake in. So I'm not at a color change part yet, you know. So I'm waiting to get through a couple of more rounds of the light gray so I can get into the darker gray and then into the pink. And again, that's the Winter Doldrums shawl. And that's by Marsha Ibuki. Marsha Ibuki, the Winter Doldrum shawl. Okay. And that's my progress on that. Oh, let me show you this amigurumi I was making for my son for his birthday. And I think that'll be that after that. Not for his birthday. Well, it was initially it was for his birthday, and then his birthday came and went. I wasn't finished. So it'll be for his birthday next year October. Or if I could get it done for Christmas. So this is the body of the amigurumi. And this is the head. It's going to be a dragon. All right, so those stitch markers are just letting me know where to put the head for the thing, for the thing. It's not sitting right. So that's my amigurumi so far in progress, you know. And I'm using this book, which is a very nice book, Mabel Bunny and Co. And that dragon is who I'm making right there in the front. He's too cute. And that's him in the back. You see he got wings and his ears and the spine and everything. So that's very cute. So I'm making that for my son. And I have that, if we can give a moment of silence, I have that in my Fringe Supply bucket tote. Okay. And I got that from a D-Stash by, I don't know if you know Danielle from Gemma Darling Daily. She's funny. And she had a D-Stash. And I was able to snatch that up from her D-Stash. So I'm very pleased with that acquisition at that time. All right. So that's it, guys. The next time I come back, I'll be doing a stash acquisition video because I have stash coming. And that'll be it, you know. So thank you again for stopping by and hanging out with me for a time. Give me your opinions on the things that I asked you for regarding which one should keep and which one should frog. I'd appreciate that. Any comments that you have that are nice and constructive, I'd appreciate it. Just please remember, I am still learning the ropes of this. I'm trying my best to do my best. And if you can be kind, it's always appreciated, you know. And we in a pandemic, y'all. Wash your hands, wear your mask. All right, forget about all your hang-ups. The pandemic is real. It's worldwide. Pandemic, worldwide. Wash your hands. Europe just went on lockdown again. It's not hard for us to go on lockdown again either. Wash your hands. Put on your mask. Listen to what the people say, because right now we don't know no different. We don't know, they don't know. So the best thing that we can do to protect ourselves is to wash our hands and wear our mask until we know better and they know better. All right, you all stay safe. God bless you and keep you. You and your family in life, health, and strength. And go on and enjoy the rest of your evening, your Sunday evening. Okay, have a good night. And again, thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me on my channel. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Help me to get my numbers up so that I can continue to provide content and do as I'm doing now, you know. And I appreciate y'all just welcoming me into your space. Thank you again, and have a good night.